You walk into the doctor's office, your mind focused on the typical checkup routine. But today is different. As soon as you sit down, the doctor gives you a look, a serious, almost solemn gaze. They exhale deeply, and their voice, usually reassuring, now carries a weight of concern. They lean forward slightly, their eyes fixed on yours. You've been using your microwave for years, haven't you? The question feels rhetorical, but you nod anyway, unsure of where this is going. What if I told you that every time you microwave food, you're risking your health in ways you could never imagine? The words catch you off guard. What if I told you that the convenience you rely on is slowly, methodically harming your body? The doctor's gaze intensifies and the atmosphere in the room shifts. They don't wait for you to respond. You've been misled, they say, their voice serious. Microwaves aren't as harmless as you think, and they're doing more harm than you could ever imagine. The room goes quiet as the doctor prepares to expose the truth. Key points for the doctor's shocking exposé. 1. How microwaving alters the nutrients in your food. The doctor's voice. First, let's talk about the food itself. You may think you're getting the same nutritional benefits from microwaving your meals as you would from traditional cooking, but you're wrong. When you microwave your food, it's not just being heated. The microwave actually alters the food's very molecular structure. And here's the kicker: it destroys nutrients in ways that other forms of cooking do not. The doctor pauses, their eyes scanning yours to make sure you're following. Microwaving destroys essential nutrients, especially those that protect your immune system and keep your body healthy. Vitamin C, B vitamins, and antioxidants. Gone. Your body is getting far less than it should. The worst part? You can't even tell. Your food looks the same, but the vital components? They're long gone. Example: imagine you microwave a fresh bowl of broccoli. Broccoli is rich in vitamin C and fiber, two things your body craves. But after microwaving, those nutrients are almost entirely gone. What you're left with is a hollow shell of nutrition. 2. Cancer-causing radiation risks. The doctor's voice turns more serious. Now let's talk about the hidden danger, the radiation. Every microwave emits radiation, and even though it's not supposed to leak, it does. Especially in older models, radiation can seep out and accumulate in your body over time, and this is no small matter. The doctor leans forward, their voice growing quieter but more intense. Microwaves produce electromagnetic radiation, and even a small amount, when exposed repeatedly, can be enough to increase your risk of cancer. It's not just about the food, it's about the radiation lingering in the air every time you use it. Example: think about it. You use your microwave multiple times a day, week after week. Over time, you're exposing yourself to radiation with each and every use, all while thinking it's harmless. 3. The hidden danger of plastics. The doctor's tone shifts to urgency. Let's talk about plastic. The majority of people microwave their food in plastic containers. Here's the terrifying truth. When you heat food in plastic, it doesn't just warm up. It releases toxic chemicals like BPA, which mimic hormones in your body, and phthalates, which disrupt your endocrine system. These chemicals don't stay in the plastic, they leach into your food. The doctor's eyes narrow. What's worse is that these chemicals don't just affect you immediately. Over time, they build up in your system, causing long-term damage. We're talking about hormone imbalances, developmental problems, and even cancer. Meaning, example, you microwave your lunch in a plastic container. A few minutes later, you're eating it, completely unaware that BPA has leached into your meal. What you don't know is that you've just consumed something that could potentially alter your hormones for life. 4. The danger of microwaving meat. The doctor's voice becomes gravely serious. Now, let's talk about meat, especially processed meats. When you microwave these types of food, dangerous chemicals are formed. Chemicals like acrylamides and heterocyclic amines, both of which have been shown to cause cancer. The doctor stands up, pacing slightly, emphasizing the severity of the situation. Microwaving meat speeds up the creation of these cancer-causing chemicals. You could be eating a seemingly innocent lunch, but what you're really consuming is a cocktail of cancerous compounds. Example: microwaving a hot dog or a slice of deli meat is far worse than you think. Each time you microwave, you increase the levels of these harmful compounds, and with every bite, you're slowly increasing your risk of cancer. 5. Microwave cooking and your heart health. The doctor's voice grows even more urgent. Heart disease is the #1 killer in the world, and guess what? Your microwave is making it worse. The very process of microwaving food can create harmful compounds that promote inflammation in your arteries. Inflammation is one of the leading causes of heart disease and strokes. The doctor's eyes are wide, staring into yours. You might think it's a small thing, just heating your food, but over time, this cumulative damage adds up, and your heart is the one paying the price. Example: every time you microwave a meal, you're unknowingly accelerating the process of arterial damage, which could eventually lead to heart disease. A few minutes of convenience could cost you years of health. 6. The unseen effect on your immune system. The doctor's voice softens, but the message hits hard. Your microwave isn't just weakening your heart, it's weakening your immune system. When you microwave your food, you're not just stripping nutrients. You're also creating an environment in which harmful bacteria thrive. And because you're not getting the essential nutrients you need, your immune system becomes vulnerable. The doctor's face grows somber. Microwaving might seem easy, but the price you're paying is your health, and in the long run, it's your immune system that suffers the most. Example: that convenient leftover meal you microwave, it could be the reason you're getting sick more often. Your body is no longer equipped to fight off infections, and a once healthy immune system is now compromised. 7. Microwaving and hormonal disruption. The doctor's expression turns grave. Let's dive into something even more concerning. Hormonal disruption. Microwaving food, especially in plastic containers, can lead to the release of harmful chemicals that interfere with your body's hormones. These chemicals can cause infertility, weight gain, and even mental health issues. The doctor's voice drops to a whisper. These are chemicals that your body can't process. They disrupt everything from your thyroid to your reproductive system, and over time, they add up. The consequences can be devastating. Example: have you struggled with weight gain or unexplained mood swings? It could be the microwaving. Over time, these chemicals build up in your body, altering your hormones and leaving you vulnerable to long-term health issues. 8. Why some microwaves are even worse than others. The doctor leans in, voice intense. Finally, let's talk about your microwave itself. Not all microwaves are created equal. Older models especially are leaking far more radiation than you think. The seals and shields that are supposed to protect you break down over time. What's worse, they can't be repaired. The doctor's eyes widen as they finish. If you're using an old microwave, you're exposing yourself to more radiation than you can even imagine. That quick zap could be doing far more damage than you realize. Example: you may think you're safe, but if your microwave is old, it could be leaking radiation into your home every time you use it. It's time to rethink that 10-year-old microwave sitting in your kitchen. Closing statement. The doctor looks at you one final time, their gaze firm, yet compassionate. Now you have the truth. You've heard the shocking risks. The question is, what will you do with this knowledge? Will you continue to use the microwave, knowing what it could be doing to your body? Or will you choose to make a change, protect your health, and start cooking with safer, healthier methods? This is the moment when everything changes. You've been exposed to the shocking truth, and now it's up to you to decide whether convenience is worth the long-term damage to your health.